And then I ended up getting a job working out in the vineyards for a couple years. And I started listening to the stories about all of these folks. Most of them were from Michoacan, Mexico, crossing the border and all the trials and tribulations of getting here just to work and provide for their families. This one is called The American Dream. mean, come on, you gotta throw some Freebird hits in there. All right, the saga continues here. Well, after 3 days of walking towards the North Star, Juan thought that the border couldn't be that far, cause he could see the lights of Arizona glowing like a beacon in the night. Juan thought to himself that it would be just one more day until he was hanging with his brothers in the USA, and everything was gonna be alright. But out in the distance, you could hear the sound of the horses lightly tapping on the desert ground. Riding through the shadows came the desert thieves holding up their guns. Con las manos arriba y no se mueven. Down the street and every todo lo que tengan. As they gathered up the people, all one to think of was the man. Oh! And he heard a loud shot as he turned and fled. It threw to the ground as the sand turned red. When he closed his eyes, wish he never left his children and his wife. Betrayed in the desert by his own people. His dreams had ended in a casket and a steeple, with flowers on the grave and a candle burning for a wasted life. Please don't cry, my señorita, but it's not as far as it seems. I'll pay the coyote just $1,000 for the American dream. Please don't cry, my señorita, but it's harder than it may seem. You can pay the coyote, but it might cost you your life. Looking for the American dream. Looking for the American dream. Looking for the American dream. Yeah! Thank you, thank you.